Hi everyone. Let's talk a little bit about fear. Fear, that is a basic emotion that we share with the animals in general. Fear that in the animal kingdom implies generally that the animal will stop, will shrink, will run away, or will sort of freeze. And this is the typical kind of reaction we find everywhere in the animal kingdom, and it aims at protecting animals. They shrink, they run away, they freeze, according to several species in several contexts, to have better chances for survival. Now, humans, we have about the same kind of possibilities. Fear brings us to shrink, to withdraw, to escape, sometimes to freeze. It's still a basic emotion. And the next thing is that fear might spread to our intellect, to our emotions, to our expression. And dictators and dictatorships of all kinds, namely the economic ones, know everything about this. During the pandemic, we witnessed how lots of us shrank in fear. We were just trying to obey orders from the ruling entities. We were just trying to stay put. We were trying to run away from the malevolent virus. But then we learned quickly that it was apparently a bad idea to disagree with the dominant speech, to have different views, to want to discuss things. And if we had a different view, more or less scientifically based, about masks, about restrictions, about circulation, about vaccines, and so on, we were criticized, ostracized, we went for unemployment and all that. So we shrank in fear. And we learned that in social media and social networks, we could be very harshly marginalized, criticized, insulted if we did not go with the majority of people, with the dominant speech. Nowadays, we see that lots of people are still very afraid to have their own view if it does not just agree with the dominant speech, namely about war, be it about the Israeli vs Palestinian vs Hamas war, or Ukraine vs Russia war, or many other wars. Lots of people just wait to see how the dominant speech goes before they dare saying something, and even before they dare having their own emotion and their own view and their own posture, which is not good, on my view, for democracy, for freedom, for free expression, for creativity, for happiness also, because we are happier when we feel free and we indeed are able to show, express, expand our inner capacity, our inner also our inner thought, our emotions, and our creativity. We all know that traditionally dictatorships, either political or economical, try to control the minds of the people. They try to make sure about how people think and how they express about lots of relevant stuff. They usually mistrust creativity because creativity is unpredictable by definition. Sometimes they also try to control the artists. So they allow the artists to produce work that is attuned to the dictatorship and does not become deviant from it. But creativity works a lot better in freedom. So let's not trust freedom and creativity. Let's not trust unpredictability. Let's control everything, everyone, everywhere. That's the reasoning of dictatorships. Nowadays, we have dictatorships that control the media, control communication, control the politics, control the flow of information and the flow of money almost everywhere. They don't like freedom, and they still use fear to control the population. Now, the opposite of all this, to me, is obviously not just strength, but it's love. Love is on the side not of shrinking, stopping, escaping. It's on the side of attraction. When we love, we feel an attraction to what we love. We no longer fear the aggression, that is sometimes another negative emotion coming from fear, when we not just try to escape or shrink from the object of fear, but now we want to attack it, we want to destroy it. Still a negative emotion, still an aversion. Now, love is the opposite. Love makes us go for, makes us feel attraction, appreciate what we love. Now, if we love humanity, if we learn to expand our capacity for love, then we must eventually feel that we welcome everything, everyone, everywhere into our world. We no longer need exclusive or mutually excluding tribes. We now feel that we may love the Israelis and the Palestinians and the Hamas and the Russians and the Ukrainians, not because we agree, not because we accept or agree with the actions, but because all of them are human. They all are understandable. They all need understanding. And the side of peace is mostly on the side of love, acceptance, tolerance, inclusion. Now, I think love is once more the most subversive thing we can feel and we can do. In the times we are going through, love is more and more fundamental to ensure that we are indeed moving towards democracy, freedom, and civilization. I like to recall that once Gandhi said civilization would be a good idea when questioned about Western civilization. Implicitly, he was saying that, well, real civilization is not here yet. It's a nice idea. Moving towards civilization, to me, implies a combustible that is love. And love goes against fear, because when we love big things, big ideas, big ideals, and we just love humanity, we become daring. We start to feel that everything is worthwhile as long as it's for humanity. And this is the main idea for now.